how long was this going on? And was there a conflict that you saw? Because I think your perspective is so important. A conflict between the people who are running the show and the family in terms of what's best for Wendy?
I don't think no one knew exactly to the extent how bad it was. I felt like people knew something was up with her, but they didn't really know. I knew it because I've been around it, you know. It's sad to see something like that happen to her. You know, she needs help.
So it looks like there may have been a lot going on behind the scenes in Wendy Williams' life that the public didn't fully know about. But her current situation involving Kevin Hunter might be one of the most shocking developments yet. Now, Wendy's first husband, Bert Girigori, is finally speaking out, and he's not holding back. According to Bert, Kevin may have had a role in Wendy's health struggles from the very beginning. He claims Kevin introduced or enabled substances, even though he knew Wendy had been dealing with addiction issues for years. Bert had stayed quiet for a long time after their relationship ended. But seeing Wendy's current condition, he says he felt he had no choice but to speak. Right now, Wendy is dealing with serious health challenges and a complicated guardianship situation. Many people are unsure if she'll ever return to TV. Her struggles became noticeable around 2017, when fans started pointing out unusual on-air behavior. Wendy later revealed she had Graves' disease, which explains some of her physical symptoms and reactions. She also mentioned that her weight loss was due to an alkaline diet she was following to improve her health.
Get better.
My thyroid, my hyperthyroid, is attached also to Graves' disease. Graves' disease squeezes the muscles behind your eyeballs. And so that's the reason for...
Williams said it was her viewers who convinced her to get checked out.
That is the eye thing that you all have been seeing. You caught it before I did.
This announcement was serious, and as much as folks gave Wendy grace because of it, some things just...
That announcement was serious, and many people supported Wendy through it. But even then, some things still didn't fully make sense. There had always been rumors that Wendy was dealing with substance abuse behind the scenes while continuing to work. Some believe she was functioning under pressure because many people depended on her show. Then in March 2019, everything changed. Wendy publicly admitted that her addiction had become severe. She revealed she was living in a sober house and attending daily recovery meetings. She described her life as highly structured, with limited freedom as she worked toward getting better.
Again.
For some time now, and even today and beyond, I have been living in a sober house. I am driven by my 24-hour sober coach back to a home, lights out by 10 p.m. So I go to my room and I stare at the ceiling and I fall asleep to wake up to come back here to see you. So that is my truth.
For longtime fans, this was emotional. Years earlier, Wendy had openly admitted to using drugs, including cocaine, but had repeatedly said she had fully recovered. So this new revelation suggested that her struggle may have been ongoing for much longer than people realized.
Time.
For me personally, this is not putting words in anybody who might be a substance abuser's mind, but you know, I was raised better than that, and I never been arrested and wrecked my stellar radio career, and I never embarrassed my parents who were still married.
So it never really took off. It just threatened you.
It just threatened me. I never was broke off. You know, I was always able to pay all of my bills and I lived a good life.
So here's it. You never hit a bottom.
Right.
And you saw it coming and you were able to, whatever it is, God stepped in, your own resources, whatever it was, you were able to.
I wanted better for myself. Do you know?
Things became even more complicated when details about her relationship with Kevin Hunter surfaced. Bert shared that he and Wendy began dating in the early 1990s while she was working in radio. During their relationship, he never directly saw her use substances, but he noticed changes in her personality that concerned him. They married in 1994, and he tried to help her seek support. According to him, she made some effort to improve, but their marriage ended within a year. After their divorce, Bert continued to check on her well-being until Kevin entered her life in the mid-90s. Kevin eventually became more than just her husband. He was also her manager, business partner, and a major decision-maker in her life. Reports suggest he was very controlling, limiting who had access to Wendy. Over time, Wendy came to rely on him, trusting him to guide both her personal and professional life. However, according to Bert, that dynamic may not have always been healthy. There are claims that Kevin may have contributed to her relapse while also maintaining enough control for her to continue working and generating income. People around Wendy reportedly noticed troubling signs but stayed silent, possibly out of fear of losing their jobs. Former show associate DJ Buff later hinted at this, suggesting that many people behind the scenes knew more than they were saying. There were also ongoing rumors about issues in Wendy and Kevin's marriage, including infidelity and financial disputes, which Wendy reportedly tried to overlook. The most heartbreaking part is that Wendy may have realized the extent of the situation only after significant damage had already been done.
He put her through.
Well, my real name is Wendy Hunter. Yep. And I'm divorced.
Yes.
He's got no money. Yeah.
And the
Online,
internet.
people have had strong reactions to everything that's come out. Many believe Kevin played a major role in Wendy's struggles, while others think the situation is more complex. Regardless of opinion, one thing is clear: watching Wendy go through these challenges publicly has been difficult for many. Even people who weren't fans have expressed sympathy, saying it's painful to see someone dealing with serious health and personal issues in such a visible way. At the end of the day, this story raises a lot of questions about trust, control, and what really happens behind the scenes. What do you think about all of this? Let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.